Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into today's video, I just wanted to take a moment to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope 2025 is off to a fantastic start for you, filled with happiness, health, and of course, lots of creative crochet projects. Now, to kick off the new year, I'm bringing you a fun, stylish crochet project, a granny square bandana with a picot stitch aging. It's simple, versatile, and perfect for beginners and experienced crocheters alike. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So I just wanted to show you your end project. So you end up having something like this. That's a bandana with a picot stitch. Why do I always get this wrong? Picot stitch aging, and some they have that aging. I can't think of the name right now of the. Oh, it's a shell. Yes, it's a shell aging. So, but for today's video, I'm going to focus on this picot stitch. I'm going to be doing the picot stitch. Oh my goodness, picot stitch edging. That's what I'm going to be focusing on today. Okay, I'm going to be using this yarn, and it's in color seaweed, and on the label it requires me to use a 5mm hook, a 4mm hook, sorry. So that's what I'm going to be using, a 4mm hook. And in my hand I also have a 4mm hook. So you should check if you're using different yarn, you should just check on the label what they recommend, what the size hook they recommend you use. Okay, so let's get started. So to begin, I'm going to start with a magic ring. This is how you do a magic ring. Wrap your yarn around 3 fingers, and you go under the first yarn and over the second yarn, and then you pull up a loop. And then from here we are going to chain 3 to secure our magic ring. In this round, and in every round, we're going to do that 3 double crochet will always count as those 3 chains, will always count as 1 double crochet. So I'm going to place 2 double crochet in the magic ring, like that. Like I said, this 3 chains will always count as 1 double crochet. Don't forget that. They will always count as 1 double crochet. So in this case I have 3 double crochets, so I'm going to go ahead and chain 1, and then I'm going to make 3 double crochets again in the same in the loop in the magic ring. And I'm going to just pull the tail end to close up like that, and then I'm going to chain 3, and 3, and then we're going to turn our work and right we're going to place a double crochet right where those 3 chains are. That's where we're going to place our double crochets, and we're going to place 2 double crochets in there. Now we are going to be working in that chain 1 space. We're going to be placing 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then in the same space right there we're going to place 3 double crochets again. Now working into those 3 chains we did at the beginning, we're going to insert our hook in the top chain, and then we're going to leave 3 double crochets in that top chain. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but this, and I'm going to try to go under both loops, not only one, because if you go under one loop then you create a hole there, so it's better to go under 2 loops. So I'm going to place 3 double crochets in that chain. So around 3 we're going to chain 3 stitches at the beginning, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to turn our work right. Like I said, those 3 chains always count as 1 double crochet, don't forget that. And then turn your work, and then do what we did in the previous row by placing 2 double crochet in that stitch where the 3 chains are, and then we are going to skip these 3 double crochets, and then in that gap there we are going to place our 3 double crochets. Next we are going to be working in that space, in that chain 1 space. We're going to be placing our 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochet in that chain 1 space. And then skip those 3 double crochet in the gap there. We are going to place 3 double crochets. On top of the 3 chains, we go underneath both loops, and then we're going to place 3 double crochets on top of that chain of the 3 chains we did at the beginning. We did at the end of the last row, actually. These chains we did them at the end of the last row. And that is the end of row 3. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to show you how you're going to work, but basically just going to repeat what we did in this row, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 3, yeah, and then and then you turn your work, and then you place 3 double crochet in that gap there, Right, skip those 3 double crochets, place 3 double crochet in the cape, and then that will be 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet all in that cape, and then in this cape we do 3 double crochets and the next 3 double crochet, and then 3 double crochet on top of the um, chain of those 3 chains. We place 3 double crochet. So basically we are repeating what we did in round 3. Okay, so we're going to repeat that till you have 13 rows, but I'll be updating you each and every row. I'll be updating you. Single crochet and then chain 3, and then in those bars, these bars here, we are going to insert our hook in those bars like that, and then we are going to slip stitch all 3 loops. That's how you do a picot. And then I'm going to single crochet 4 times 1, 2, 3. In the 4th we go underneath into the space, and then we chain 3, and then we go into those bars and slip stitch all 3 loops. Okay, I'm going to repeat that again. Three single crochets, and in the 4th, that's where you do a picot. So 1, 2, 3. Going into the space there, we do a 4th single crochet. That's where the picot will be. So we're going to chain 3, and then go underneath those bars, and then we slip stitch all 3 loops. So that's what you're going to do all the way. So that's what you're going to be doing all the way to the center of your bandana, and you're going to leave a picot in this chain 1 space, right? And then you will continue doing the picot, and then I'll meet you when you're right there. Now I'm done with my picot stitches and my slip stitches. So what I'm going to do is, from now I'm going to chain 61. And we're going to slip stitch all the way to get back to a bandana, but we're going to start once again from the chain. So we're going to slip stitch like that, slip stitch all the way down. Now I've reached my bandana. What I'm going to do is we're going to do single crochets all the way from there to the other end. Right, we're going to do single crochets all the way. So what you're going to do is, there's no right way or wrong way to do this. You just need to find a way to just place your single crochets. Make sure they're not far apart. Okay, so and make sure you go underneath 2 loops instead of 1 loop, because if it's 1 loop then you have holes which will not be nice. So I suggest you go underneath both 2 loops and then you do your single crochets. That way it will be much neater. So I'm done with my single crochets, and remember we had an end that was in the center of our bandana. So I did weave it in as I was doing single crochets, but I didn't show it on the camera. So that's the end tail of that middle center tail, if that makes sense. But I was weaving it in as I was doing the single crochets. But if you like, you just leave it out and then continue the single crochets, and then later on you weave it in. But I prefer to do it this way, but both ways is to be perfect. And then I'm going to put my last single crochet in there, going underneath 2 loops. And then now I'm going to grab my scissors and then cut that yarn. And then from here I'm going to do the strap, so which means we're going to chain 61 just like we did on the other side, and then we do our slip stitches all the way down, and I'll meet you when I have the other strap. So I'm done with my strap. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip stitch in the same slip stitch we did when we were starting the picot stitch, and then that will be the end of it. And I'm just going to grab my scissors, right, and then I'm just going to cut my yarn, leaving enough yarn to weave this tail in. And then grab my needle and weave in this tail. That's it for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed working this bandana with me. What a great way to start the new year with a fun and easy crochet project. Once again, I just want to wish you a happy new year, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm so excited to share more amazing projects with you this year. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Here's to a creative, inspiring 2025. See you next time.